All right. Hi, Undocu Hustlers. My name is Senator Flores. I am your host, and welcome to the Undocu Hustle Show. Today, we are going to be talking about a Kickstarter grant that I am so excited to share with everyone through Immigrants Rising, an organization that I am proud to be a fellow of and have been going through a journey of learning more about entrepreneurship and getting others involved in entrepreneurship regardless of status. So the Kickstarter scholarship grant provided by Immigrants Rising is essentially a opportunity scholarship for you to be able to get your idea of entrepreneurship off the ground. This scholarship ranges anywhere from $500 to $2,000. And so we encourage those who have an idea of starting their own hustles to apply, because this can essentially be, if you think about it, like seed money that will help you either get that business license that you need or get you that course that you need to be able to get the certificate to be able to provide services that you're thinking of. We have been pitched many different ideas, from a food concept to nonprofit concepts to for-profit concepts. And so I think if anyone out there has had the idea of launching their own business but don't know where to get started, this Kickstarter grant opportunity can definitely be a way to get you off the ground. I've been going through this entrepreneurship journey for now quite some time, and naturally, because I'm in that process right now, I get asked questions on entrepreneurship, and one of the #1 questions I'm asked is, how can you get access to capital? And I think that's extremely difficult for our community, specifically when you don't have the proper documents or the proper credit history to be able to get those loans, to get that capital. And so I've had my own struggles to having access to capital. And so having an opportunity to truly have the funds to get started can definitely be a struggle at times. I remember for me, for example, when I went and I started my food truck business, I literally had to go and ask family members to loan me $300, to loan me $500 that I needed to be able to get my business off the ground. So these $2,000 can be truly useful to getting from an idea to getting the proper stuff to get you off the ground. I remember, again, when I was going through the process of registering my food truck, I came through a roadblock that specifically I needed finance to get off that roadblock. And that was when I went to the DMV to make the transfer and register the food truck under my name. I didn't realize that I had to pay taxes on the entire $25,000 that the food truck cost. That means that I had to pay a little bit over $2,000 in taxes that I didn't have to truly get that business onto my name. And so if this grant was accessible to me at the time, I think that would have been a perfect opportunity for me to apply, talk about where I'll be using this money for. Specifically, those $2,000 could help me pay for the taxes to get that food truck registered under my name. So, think about those obstacles that you might be having in your business, that a $2,000 opportunity can eliminate that roadblock. I know that there are many different roadblocks that I faced that only cost a little bit of money. Like, for example, having to pay $350 for a catering business license. Sometimes getting access to $350 can be difficult. And so applying for a grant like this can eliminate that step and allow you to truly focus on the next things that your business will require to scale up or to start up. Perfect. So I love sharing my journey of entrepreneurship because I know that by me sharing my journey can potentially allow somebody else to navigate through the system a little bit easier. Now, if you have thought about an idea of entrepreneurship or a business idea that you have, right now is the time to get that off the ground. And I say this because if anything, when I share my experiences, the one thing that I tell people that I want them to take from my conversation is to get started now. I started my first hustle, my first side hustle 5 years ago. If I wouldn't have started that side hustle 5 years ago, I would have not had the knowledge that I have now to be able to quickly get a business license. I can go get a business license and navigate through that system very, very easily because I've done it multiple times. And so if you are looking for an opportunity to get started, right now it's the time. Immigrants Rising is seeking those folks who have just an idea but don't know where to get started. If that is you, apply for this grant, because going through just the application process is a huge step to getting your business off the ground. This application process will not only give you the ideas of like questions, it's gonna ask you some questions that's gonna make you think about what you really need to get your business off the ground. And if you just start like answering some questions, you will realize that by the end of this application process, you might even have the first steps towards a business plan. And then that idea is going to be pitched to a person like me. I have, other people who are part of the program will also be looking at this application and determine, where we can be helpful in your process. It might not be the full $2,000, but we might realize that you only need $500 to get your first license or your first course to get your certificate, and those $500 will be instrumental to you getting your business off the ground. Not only are you getting those $500, but you will have access to someone like myself who has gone through the process. You will have access to someone like my colleague Norma, who is an awesome realtor and has knowledge on that side of fields, or my colleague Bo, who is an awesome mind on regards to arts and creativity. You will have access to us who have gone through the grind and who have gone through the process. Because then at the end of the day, we want to build a community, and we want to be able to build our community to have access to wealth and to be able to pass down that wealth. Not only get, that business license off the ground to pay for the, that extra bill that you have, but to truly start building wealth in our community. So if you are thinking of starting a business but don't know where to get started, this is the place to get started. You can find that link below and apply now. All right, and before I go, I want to congratulate our first winners to the Kickstarter Entrepreneurship Grant, which is Moran Cleaning Agency and Undocumented Professionals. I am so excited to follow them in their journey as they're starting their process of, starting their own business. I'm truly excited to see what they're gonna be doing with this opportunity, but I'm also really excited for those who are thinking of starting their own businesses. There you have it. You know how to get started. The link is below. Make sure that you apply. This is your first step to creating wealth. Now, this is the Undocumented Hustle Show. Let's go out there and start making the hood rich.